Assalamualaikum. Today our group want to present about social engineering. Before we start, I will introduce our group members. First is NURFARAH ELIDA binti SALEH-UDIN. Second is SITI binti MOKTAR. And last is Izlyn Syafrina binti ISMAIL.
Firstly, for abstract. The topic about ownership, access, privacy, security and community are all thoroughly covered by information ethics. It also has regional concerns such as the interaction between information provider and information users, as well as the link between information and societal benefits. One of the most pervasive ethical problems in Malaysia is social engineering. Early on, when they pose a serious threat to people and organizations that are unaware of this technique, social engineering attack can be challenging to identify and stop. The purpose of this study is to increase public knowledge of social engineering attack. Additionally, this research will outline the methods used in social engineering attacks as well as how to avoid them. Social media has become an essential tool for video campaign promotion because it is able to give clear explanation. This research will increase awareness of social engineering attacks and offer continuing training to society participants so they can adopt the appropriate security precaution and countermeasures. For the keywords is information ethics, social engineering attacks, campaign awareness, as well as social media.
For introduction, information technology specifies the least level of components utilized to store, retrieve, and manipulate information, with the server having an operating system. According to Behaviour, social engineering is the term used for a broad range of malicious activity accomplished through human interaction. Its user but psychological manipulation to trick user into making security mistakes or giving away sensitive information.
For the problem statement, nowadays social engineering based schemes are more common and pose the greatest threat to the most of the nations of Southeast Asia, particularly Malaysia, which top the list. So, among the problems that arise due to fraud using social engineering is that it taking advantage of the trust and emotion of individuals to obtain their sensitive information, where it can bring various negative consequences to the victim. Other than that, social engineering affects a person's psychology, where it makes people less trusting and more cautious about any online transaction. So, social engineering attack can be difficult to detect and prevent in the early stage, where they pose a significant threat to individuals and organizations that lack awareness of this tactic, which result in reputational damage not only to the individual but also to organization, and this can lead to loss of business, financial loss, and the market value of the organization falling. This tactic also problematic because it is illegal due to the way it is done in this tactic, which is phishing, where a message or email is sent pretending to be a trustworthy entity to trick the target into revealing confidential information, and it has a legal implication to the victim. There are three objectives for this campaign. So the first one is to raise awareness about social engineering tactics to the public. Besides that is to teach how to identify and recognize social engineering attempts to the society. The last one is to improve security posture by reducing the risk of social engineering attack to individuals.
For methodology, according to Dow 2021, the internet has become an important part of the life of the majority of people of Earth. It was estimated that 4.54 billion people would be online at the beginning of 2020. There are numerous social media platforms including Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and TikTok, among others. Due to its incredible range, social media has become an essential tool for video campaign promotion.
The main purpose of this campaign video is to engage the audience in order to gain their focus and intention. And this video also have more concise and clear explanation about social engineering issue that it can reach a large audience through this platform, where it gives result, which is the first one, increase awareness of the problem of social engineering among organization and individual, so that they are more vigilant and aware of steps to detect this fraud in its early phase. The second one is it lead to the result to provide education and awareness of the issue of social engineering tactic to all or elderly people, because this group is likely to receive less exposure and make them as a potential victim for this scam. The next one is it help individual and organization to make better decision and be alert regarding this issue, and also increase understanding and support about social engineering in the community. The last one, this video campaign able to change the public perception and attitude toward this issue, where they will be more careful with everything they do, especially those involving the online transaction, so that it's not fall into the matter that could have consequences for themselves and those around them.
Furthermore, for the discussion. Next, for the techniques of social engineering attack. There have 4 techniques of social engineering attack, which are baiting, phishing, scareware, as well as pretexting. The first technique of social engineering attack is baiting. Baiting is a type of online and physical social engineering attack in which the victim is promised something in exchange for their product. The most despised type of baiting uses tangible material to disseminate malware. Baiting takes advantage of the human need for a reward. Baiting assault, as the term indicates, employ a false promise to spark a victim's avarice or interest. They trick people into falling into a trap that takes their personal information or infect their computer with malware. As an example, attackers may put the bait, typically malware-affected, flash drive in obvious spot where potential victims are bound to see, such as bathroom, elevators, and the parking lot of a targeted company. The lure has a legitimate appearance, including a label that presents it as the business payroll list. Out of curiosity, the victims pick up the bait and place it into their home or office computer, which causes the system to automatically download malware. Baiting con games does not always have to be played out in the real world. Online baiting takes the form of attractive advertisement that direct visitors to harmful websites or prompt them to download malware-laden software. Next, for the phishing. Phishing scam is one of the most common forms of social engineering attacks, which are email and text message campaigns designed to make victims feel rushed, curious, or afraid. Then it prompts people to divulge private information, which click on links to nefarious websites or open attachments that infected with malware. An illustration would be an email sent to subscribers of an online service informing them a policy violation that necessitates quick action, such as a necessary password change. It contains a link to a malicious website that looks almost exactly like its official counterpart and asks the unaware user to input their existing login information and a new password. The information is delivered to the attacker upon form submission. For scareware. Scareware bombards victims with bogus threat and misleading alarms. Users are tricked into believing their computer is infected with malware, which lead them to install software that either serve only to profit the perpetrator or is malware in and of itself. Other names of scareware include fraud, deception software, and rogue scanning software. The legitimate appearing pop-ups ads that show in the user's browser as they browse the internet, and contain language such as the computer may be infected with hazardous spyware applications are a frequent type of scareware. Either it's offered to install the malicious tool for the user or it sends the user a malicious website where the machine is infected. Additionally, spam email that provide false alert or urge recipients to purchase useless or hazardous services are a common way for scareware to spread. For pretexting, an attacker gathers data by telling a string of deftly constructed falsehood. The con is frequently started by a perpetrator who poses as someone who needs the victim's private information to complete a crucial task. The assailant typically begins by gaining the victim's trust by posing as a co-worker, police officer, bank or tax official or any person with the power to know something. Through queries that allegedly necessary to verify the victim's identification, the pretext collects crucial personal information. This fraud is used to obtain all kinds of important data and records, including social security numbers, individual addresses, phone numbers, phone records, dates of staff vacation, bank record, and even security data pertaining to a physical plant. Moreover, for the prevention of social engineering attack, there are 4 prevention of social engineering attack, which are open no attachment or email from unknown sources, use multi-factor authentication, verify the source, as well as update software often. Firstly, open no attachment or email from unknown sources. Users are not required to respond to emails from senders that they don't know. Cross-check and confirm the news from the other sources, such as over the phone or directly from a service provider's website, even if users do know them and have doubts about their message. Keep in mind that email addresses are frequently spoofed. Even an email that appears to be from a reliable source might have been sent by an attacker. For the use multi-factor authentication, user credentials are one of the most important pieces of information that attackers look for. In the event that the system is compromised, using multi-factor authentication helps to safeguard the security of the user's account. Use two-factor authentication for sensitive accounts to prevent unauthorized access with just a password. This might entail SMS confirmation codes, the usage of a security device, fingerprint, or voice recognition. For the verify the source, it is simple to check the source, examine the email header, for instance, and compare it to legitimate emails from the same sender. Watch where the link leads. Fake hyperlink may be easily identified by a simple cursor over them. Check the spelling before users send it because banks have entire teams of professionals who are responsible for creating client correspondence. If in doubt, visit the official website and get in touch with a representative who can verify if the email or message is genuine or not. Other than that, update software often also one of the prevention of the social engineering attacks. Update the antivirus and anti-malware programs, which can assist stop malware from installing itself when it is delivered via phishing emails. To keep the network and data secure, use any program that best for the antivirus. Maintain software and firmware updates, including security fixes. Make sure automatic updates are on or establish a daily routine of downloading the most recent signatures. Regularly verify that the updates have been installed and run a system scan to look for any potential infection. To conclude, social engineering attacks are on the rise, represent a persistent danger to the security of businesses and organizations, and harm people emotionally and financially in numerous ways. To prevent and counteract this attack, several strategies and actions are required. Therefore, we must raise public awareness of this attack and provide ongoing training for society's members in order for them to take the necessary security precaution and measure to thwart this attack. Country must also enact strict law to deter attackers from carrying out these attacks, as well as there is an urgent need to develop existing counter technologies and disclose new ones. That's all from us. Thank you.